morning. Today is Saturday. I gotta go run to the store to pick up this vow, and then I'm heading straight to work. I told my folks I was gonna be running a little testimony, this baby's turtle testimony. Okay, first of all, right about now, I would literally be at work. I would have been at work probably an hour ahead of time because I usually get to work very early. So this morning I'm getting ready, making breakfast for my baby. I'm just getting ready. I already knew I was going to be running behind because I have to pick something up today. And you already know it's pool season, so the pool is open. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way to the store to get this valve for this. And lately, there have been really interesting creatures that I've had to pull out of the skimmer. So far, or even get out of the pool, I've had to get 3 dead baby frogs, and I'm trying to tell y'all, that's what happens when you're in a country. But and when you're in the sticks and you got a pool, you just don't know which was in the pool, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, like a couple of weeks back, I was so furious. I was like, I called my cousin. This is where I could really use my husband at this time to get it was a bloated dead frog in the daggone skimmer. And I was so mad. I don't know how long it was there, but it had to be there for a couple of days because it was funky. And I had to get that thing out and toss it all the way into the woods. So, this morning I decided to, put some shock into the pool before I head out. And I always have to open the skimmers now because you just don't know what's in there. There's just like, bugs and worms, you're going to deal with that. You can get those out, So I open one skimmer. Everything's perfect. I open another skimmer, and oh my goodness. I'm like, oh my goodness, how did you even get in there? And it is a baby turtle, like this small little round turtle just floating. And I noticed on top of the turtle, if you look at the thumbnail, there's like a bug floating on top of his shell. And you know what? That was smart of that bug. That bug was like, I'm not dying today. I will use your back as a as a floating raft. And that's exactly what that bug did. He used that turtle's back as as a way to say, shoot, I'm not drowning in this water. Now I want you to imagine this baby turtle. First of all, I'm all like, oh gosh, I'm all looking at it. It's not moving. I'm like, it's dead. I'm like, oh, I gotta get this out. So I'm trying to figure out what type of tool can I get to get this dead baby turtle out. So as soon as I go to the deck, I see a little piece of wood. So I grabbed that wood. It was nice enough to go into the skimmer and just to lift that the baby turtle out. And y'all, as soon as I lift the baby turtle out, it moved. I said, "You're alive! You are alive!" That baby turtle was like, "You daggone right, I'm alive." That shit was probably in that giant. So I was thinking. I was like, because God hears all the animals. He hears his creation, what he has made. That baby turtle, I had to think like that turtle had to, in the night, I suppose, it must have crawled through the gate because I have what is that called? I have a safety pool fence around the pool because I got a 5-year-old and that's not happening. So I have a safety pool fence around the pool. But I was thinking like that, it must have crawled through the crack and it must have kept walking and fell into the pool. But I'm like, turtles are so smart that it started to float and probably swam its way around, crying out to the Lord, and ended up in the skimmer. Now you got to understand, the pool is not running, so there is no water to push this turtle into the skimmer. So it must have swam into the skimmer. And I have a really big pool. Like, that pool is not like it's 8 feet to it's 3 to 8 feet, so it's a really big pool. It's a 30,000 gallon pool. So I'm like thinking to myself, could you imagine being this baby turtle and you're in a skimmer, and the only thing you can do is just float, because now there's a wall, so you can't go up, you can't go down, but you do know all you can do is just float and cry out to the Lord. And here I am on the other end, getting ready for work. Usually I'd be like, I'll deal with the pool when I get back. But I said, let me just go ahead and add some shock to it. And let me just check the skimmers. It was like as if God knew. He directed me to be there at that appointed time. And that baby turtle was crying out to the Lord, and the Lord already knew, I got you. And here come a human just lifting you out with a stick and to put you in the grassy area. And it started walking off, y'all. It just started like, thanks. But I'm like, wow, I couldn't imagine being in a situation like that. Back against the wall, there's no help, there's no hope. I mean, we've all dealt with certain situations where we thought that this was it. There was no way out. As a matter of fact, there's a video on YouTube. This is the most scariest video I've ever seen, but if it is the testimony of God will save. There was a man who was on a ship. I think he was the cook or something like that. An entire crew. The ship sunk and got capsized. And when I said capsized, it was upside down. And diving crew went into to check and make sure that there was no living people or whatever. So the diving crew went in there, and it dove through a pocket, a room somewhere where they had a pocket of air. And guess who was in it? It was a man in the corner, no lights on. Can you imagine? No lights on, in the dark, and the water is all the way up to your neck. And a diving crew thinks everybody is dead, and they found this man, and they brought in some diving equipment, put it to his face and everything so he can breathe, and they took him out of there. And I said, Jesus, if that's not a Jonah in a whale experience, I don't know. I don't ever want to be in something like that. So imagine this baby turtle. And I thought the turtle was dead. Now I'm all disgusted. Like, I gotta fish this daggone thing out of here. And it's dead, because I'm all looking at the face and looking at the, I don't know what they call turtle limbs. But I'm like, man, this thing is dead. Like, and I'm like, God is so smart, because with turtles, he's giving them the capability to floating. And that turtle was floating. That turtle was floating, probably crying and screaming for his mom, and crying and screaming out for the Lord, and just like, this is it. But anyway, so that was a happy ending. So the turtle got saved. And that bug that you see in the thumbnail, he got saved too. It's not funny. But if you look at that bug was on top of the turtle's shell. So imagine, when I open up the skimmer, I'm not only do I see this turtle, but I also see, I'm looking at this bug like, you trying to survive too, huh? But remember, I thought the turtle was dead. So I'm thinking, like, this bug, you done went ahead and made yourself, you was like, I'm going to be on top of this turtle until I find a way out of here, because this one, but both of them was alive. So glory to God. I know some people be like, Ramona, no, y'all, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Like, you in a pool, a body of water, and you in the dark. I mean, because you got to understand, like, when I went to open the skimmer, so I won't be shocked at what I may see. I have to open it with my face turned the other way. Or I have to, like, get a stick and open it and back away, and then slowly approach, see if there's something in there. Because that last time when I looked through that skimmer, and I knew there's something dead in there, because I could see it floating at the top. And that dead frog, that was a sight to see. It was horrible. And I had to literally that was not like a piece of, oh, I'm just gonna grab us something and fish it out. No, I had to really put in some work to try to get that dead frog out. And it was disgusting. Like it was like a flat piece of teeny wood, and when I picked it up, it moved us. So that just put me joy today. All I gotta say is, when you think that there's no way out, God is with you. He is in the midst, and you will be surprised how you'll get out of it. I mean, and yes, it is true. Some people, they don't survive, but in this case, he survived, or she survived. And it was a great ending. So I just had to share that testimony, because I'm sure that baby turtle was probably calling out to the Lord. And I literally, y'all, like right now, I am literally supposed to be at work. But again, I already told my folks that I was going to be late. And nothing ever happens by, like there is a reason. So anyway, I'm super excited. And then the baby turtle started walking away. So I took a picture of the baby turtle. The picture that you see in the thumb, baby turtle and that little bug. And I shooed that bug off of him, and the bug went on about his business. But the baby turtle and the bug are underneath the shrubs now. But when I went back to take another picture of the baby turtle, it was already gone. So hopefully it'll hook up with his mom or do what it needs to do. But I just had to share that testimony that when you think that there's no way out, that God, he hears you, he sees you, and he knows where you're at. So when you think your back is against the wall, you thinking like, how am I going to get out of this, Lord? Like, I'm done. No, you're not. But I really thought that baby turtle was dead, y'all. I was like, this is not happening to me. And not a baby turtle. And as soon as I lifted, it moved like the hands and the head. I said, you're alive. I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm talking about, I'm so happy that turtle was alive. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day today. Just know that God is in control. So no matter what it looked like, he is there with you in the midst. I just wanted to share that baby's turtle testimony that I just experienced like 30 minutes ago.